Hello, Shabaka.
Rebecca, thank you for caring. We're just sitting here chatting, didn't think anybody was there. So thank you for your note. We miss you
Yeah,
too.
yes, we miss you. I hope you've been doing well. Um, so yeah, we were just chit-chatting behind the scenes.
And talking about how energized the atmosphere is and anything you want to share with us about what you've been going through or what's going on, please do. Um, Sometimes I think that sometimes you might hear my machine here. Yeah. Um, Sometimes I feel like I don't want to hear my own voice because it just draws on and it's not very interesting.
Oh my God.
So the more engaged anybody wants to be to participate, maybe that'll make it more interesting for everyone.
Well, I'm always trying to listen to what you're saying. So I mean,
This is really weird. I've got this little text box.
yeah, I put that up there. Does it bother you because that's like a new feature that this thing has?
Well, I
Um,
also get it over to the right under comments, so I get it both places. I can't read that tiny print. I can tell you that.
oh,
I'd
okay.
have to be like right on top of it.
Yeah, I just put up there because I have to toggle back and forth because
Oh,
I don't get to see
oh,
that
that's fine.
sidebar.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine to leave it. I don't care
Um.
because I see it over here in normal size text, so I can read it.
Well, actually, you know what? I can see. Oh, I know what it is. When I'm like
Like
doing
split
cards
screen. Oh,
and
yeah,
then I can't see what people are saying, I have to toggle back and forth. But um,
it's
yeah,
fine.
here we go. We can take it off for now.
Well, we've got a super moon tonight. Have you looked up in the sky? It's really big and bright.
I saw it maybe a few days ago. It was really big, and where I live, it's like clear skies and mountain scenery. So it looked big, but like I haven't seen it today. So,
Well, it is really big, and Chewbacca says it's raining like crazy.
mm,
JK is here. Happy Taurus full moon.
yes.
Um, Good to see you, ladies. We've taken a little break. I don't know why, other than just busyness, and um, I've acclimated to a new job, might have been part of it. And you've been working on your projects and uh, new things. So, um, yeah, the transition of seasons made me going from summer to fall.
I keep seeing this spider.
Oh,
It won't die.
well, you know what spiders represent?
What?
The Native Americans believed that they brought communication to mankind because the first words were spelled out in a spider's web. So they represent communication when you see them, like to communicate something.
I just squashed the communication.
Okay.
I don't mean I'm Buddhist. I know it's bad, but I saw that thing. It was over here. Then I shooed it away, and then I saw it up here on my monitor. I was like, "Dang, that thing's moving all over the place."
So Chewbacca says, I'm no longer in Montreal. Montreal, no more Friday booze day since September. And the little emoji for
Well,
tears.
so are you back in the woods, or where are you at now, Shabaka? But yeah, I mean, drinking too much is bad for you anyway. We don't need to tell you that. Just a little bit, but not too much.
Everything in moderation.
Yeah, balance is key. Um,
So this is it's a really energetic week. I Oh, Dad's basement. She's
yeah,
in Dad's basement. I don't know where that is, but hope it's safe
It
and warm and
I think it's back in the woods.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's get through a few highlights of the Taurus full moon and we'll pull some cards.
Okay.
That sound like a plan?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
So the she says between Montreal and the woods.
Okay. Not completely in the woods.
So today is the full moon and it is or has already passed us. It was like 5:19 for you and 8:19 a.m. for the East Coast. And so we're right in the full of it and it'll last for about 3 days. There's no major aspects to the full moon today, but yesterday the aspects were crazy.
I
And
felt some craziness going on. Like
and then
I
getting into tomorrow on the weekend, it revs up again. It's weird how this is a pretty like calm full moon the day of, but the day before and the days coming really intense. I felt very busy, even if I
I
wasn't
felt
physically.
busy too. I am busy, but yesterday it was just like I took Ethan to go get his blood work done, and that didn't end up well.
I'm sorry.
He, yeah, it's fine, but and then there was some other stuff that I was doing. I can't even remember because I had a bunch of stuff that happened, but nothing really worked out. Oh, my I try to record the reading for the twin flames for this week, and my audio wasn't working. I was so frustrated, and then you know what I did? I unplugged it and plugged it back in like a dodo, and that worked like a charm. And that took me all day to figure out.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Like trying to be techie and stuff. It's just, just simple is best. Um,
Well, does Ethan just not like the doctor's environment or the blood
yes.
work result didn't come out good? Which are you talking
No. So, like, he's always been afraid of doctors, a dentist. Like, there's just like some kind of a fear that he has
Yeah.
with those people. And so, I tried to coax him into getting his blood work done because I can't remember when's the last time he had blood test. I'm like, and then I told the doctor, I said, well, he needs it done. Like she says, well, he doesn't have to do it in the next 2 years. I said, well, what happens in the next 2 years? And it's still the same issue. Unplug, yeah. Yeah, I know, man. But yeah, so the doctor was like, well, you can always contact the hospital to see if they can sedate him or we can give him some relaxers. I said, well, okay, well, give me some relaxers. Let's try that one out first. And, let's do it in baby steps. But I have a feeling that the relaxers are still not going to do it because then I have to carry him or wheel him in the elevator. I don't know. So yesterday was horrible. Like, and then like my frustration with the computer stuff. And then there was another incident that happened it was paperwork, like just paperwork that I submitted to like the social security and stuff. And they were like, no,
about?
it looks like he made too much money, and so we need to know where it came from. I was like, we have a joint account. And then she wanted like all this information. I'm like, look, so it kind of makes me think, should I have separated everything like I was supposed to do? I wasn't really thinking about it, but I'm in a different state. And so it was just like little crap, like little bits and pieces. So no, no, no. He's not in a wheelchair. I was just saying to get his blood work done because he was not being cooperative, to kind of knock him up a little bit and wheel him up there. But so Ethan has lost a lot of weight. Like he looks like skin and bones to me. And it really scares me because I'm used to him being a little bit husky and a little bit thick. And since he has been going to school, like he's lost so much. And when I see his ribs, I'm like, oh my God, like I've never seen him that skinny before. So I was just, kind of concerned, but he doesn't exercise. He doesn't do anything other than sit in his chair and come out to eat. But the doctor said that his weight was perfect, like for his weight and his height. I'm like, okay, like that, he doesn't look healthy. So I want to know what this blood thing says. That would actually give me peace of mind.
Right.
But anyways, that was my whole day yesterday. Sorry, guys.
Well, yesterday, to kind of give you an idea of all the aspects going on so that you know what it can manifest. So that was the moon conjunct Chiron, just before the moon making a square to Jupiter. And then right after that, opposing Venus. Mars entering Sagittarius and making an opposition to Uranus. And then the day ended with the moon squaring Pluto and in conjunct Mercury. So that's a lot of adjustments, and I wanted to say controlled chaos, but this whole last quarter of the year is Jupiter trining both Saturn and Neptune. And Neptune is blood and all fluids.
Oh,
Um,
well, hello.
and um, and Jupiter expands things. So whatever it's doing um, makes it bigger. So if that's a phobia of his, it might seem even more intense with the full moon making all those different aspects to Venus, Pluto.
Just like give it another week before I try.
I
You think?
would, I would get after, yeah, I would get after this moon cycle.
Okay.
Um, as we get into Friday, I believe it's this weekend, the Venus moves into Scorpio and Uranus enters Taurus. So that's a Venus Uranus opposition this weekend. Um, and then November 9th, which is Sunday, Mercury stations retrograde.
Hmm.
Now it's a short retrograde. It goes, it stations, I believe, Mercury stations like November 29th. Yeah, so it's retrograde from November 9th to November 29th. So it's sort of a short Mercury retrograde period.
Well,
It
thank goodness because the holidays are coming. We need some relief.
and it's in Sag, and then part way through the retrograde, somewhere around the 19th, it'll hit back up into Scorpio.
Hmm.
So Mars is entering Sag today. Um,
So that's where we're getting like this energy with.
it's intense
Mm,
and it's a real seeking the truth, seeking answers. There's a Mars is intense about wanting to root out any secrets and Sag is always about higher mind and seeking the truth. So those two together are kind of like truth seeking on steroids. So just
mhm.
like that mission in your Scorpio moon, that curiosity or wanting to know what's ticking, what's happening. Um, and so those are a combination of things that will affect adjustments and plans. It's a time to be really flexible because and also in your mindsets and attitudes because Taurus is a fixed earth sign and has the reputation of being very stubborn. And with all these different aspects of oppositions to Uranus, square to Pluto, those are uh, other interferences. Those aren't things we can control, so to speak, you know. So to be able to react in a more stable, earthy way to something that, say, you had a plan or a trip, and you know, at the last minute, something happens, a flat tire or an emergency that takes you in another direction. You know, getting all flustered and angry doesn't do any good for anything, right? So
Mhm.
it's really about practicing that flexibility muscle and going with the flow and knowing that if, I don't know if I've talked to you, you know, I had a trip that I was going to the beach in September and I
Oh, you did.
canceled
You
it.
said canceled.
Yeah, I did
Mhm.
cancel it. And, you know, just what your mind goes through when I had that planned like for 3 or 4 months, right? And coming up to the few days before I was leaving, I really started feeling like, I don't know if this is the right time. And then there was a hurricane moving through, and I was like, I don't want to just sit in a hotel room and watch a storm,
I know.
pay for that, you know, and
Mhm.
two dogs is so expensive. So I canceled it just based on the weather, and financially, it just didn't feel like the right time. And if I
Mhm.
thought about it too hard, yeah, I was disappointed. But then I would just tell myself, no, we'll just plan it another time, just because I tend to be very fixed, you know, too. So
Mhm.
it's like,
Right, right.
it's important to be pliable in our attitudes and our mindset.
I really do feel like that is a thing around this time because I have plans to go to, to Europe, but like there's a lot of stuff that's been popping up that is out of my uh control. And so like I'm like, I want to go, can I still go? That's the vibe that I have, but I'm pretty sure I will be able to. It's just I have to embrace this time to
Right.
get the things I need done that I feel like, okay, this is why.
Like,
And then I would have a better time,
right.
if
When you leave with your house clean and your
right,
work
right,
done,
my
and
conscience is clear, like
yeah,
it's checked off. Okay, fine, I can go now,
right, right.
So I really do feel like there's some truth to that because it's like all of a sudden there's like this I, I don't know, it's just like signing contracts, all this extra stuff that's coming up and I'm like, why? Like why? But yeah.
I
I
know.
um
And so Jupiter trining Saturn and Neptune over these next 3 months, you know, that's really good for making dreams come true. The Neptunian fantasies and dreams get some structure with the fixed nature of Saturn. So the year is sort of winding down with like emotional connections, intuitive flow. Um, it's a real interesting time, and there is a sense of things winding down. Like um, several outer planets are all at the 29th degree, and that's the anaretic degree, which is all about endings. And wherever there's an ending, there's a new beginning. So there's a real sense of a winding down of things in order to start new things.
mhm. I feel that too. I feel like even in the whole twin flame channeling that I felt for this week, I put out a very strong message. I don't know if it was part of like my energy or vibe, but basically in order to like evolve, um the person, usually it's the divine feminine, would have to walk away. Like just walk away, don't look back.
Right.
Make sure you close the door, and make it like be known, like make it felt to the other person, because if you always leave the door open, they're going to keep doing the same damn thing over and over again. And so like you really have to put it to rest so that you know that that is like the truth. Because like if you've been holding on to a situation for many years and nothing has changed, what makes you think that next year is going to change, right? And so like to finally like move forward, either that person will find someone who is a vibrational match, to the person, like to them now, not like in the future, like right now, rather than, and then like the story that the person that they're dealing with, like are they on the repeat or broken record, are they still thinking the same tune, and as much as like the feminine really wants to, because they may have invested a lot of time, they don't want to give up, and things like that. But the thing is that if you love someone, you set them free. Like you still love them. It's not like you don't love them. That is love. Like letting go is love,
Right.
and it's also doing you a favor, because then that will help you to heal and figure out, oh well, have you been focused on yourself, like where's your happiness at, how can you be happy if you're not happy, yourself, and not because of someone else. And so like that energy was so like loud, and I was talking to the collective, like I've been doing these readings for a very long time. It's time to close the door, guys.
I like what Chewbacca said. She said, bricked that wall.
Break that wall. Okay, yeah, with spackle and
Yeah.
cement. Two more popped up, both Chinese. Oh, she's into the foreign international lovers.
Jupiter is represents foreign places, foreign
Oh,
people.
well, there's two for me.
Trining Saturn and Neptune, that would be a more mature seduction.
Mm. Mm. I remember one time when I was in the dating scene, I fell for some Chinese guy, and girl, I was trying to learn Chinese like no other. And my son was all laughing at me. He says, "So, it's like you're trying real hard, aren't you?" I was like, how much? No, not me how much, but like whatever the Chinese is, like because the Chinese language is so difficult. Like it was really hard to learn.
Yeah.
It was not my thing. Um, has gotten in so much trouble since you blocked him properly? Oh, okay. Well, just do the best that you can, and if he gets through, then hey, it's just meant to be. What can I say?
It's a test.
It is a
The
test.
test of our resilience and our convictions. Pluto, a square to Pluto, and it also, it's firmly into Aquarius now. That is all about moral values in
Right.
ourselves and in society. And I can say thank you, what, and sorry. And so I think so much of it is not being fixed on what we think we know, and being open to different angles of different, of the various situations that we come upon. I've really tried hard when the little monkey mind goes to think a judgment of somebody, like if you're driving or you see somebody doing something, I'll have this little voice make some sarcastic comment, and then I'll think, no, stop making that judgment. That person's probably doing the best they can, and that's what they know. And so trying to be Aquarian, which is, very um, humanitarian and accepting of people's individuality, and striving to be individual, no cookie cutter clones allowed. And
Mm,
I saw this news article about a guy that he had blood from his dog, and the dog died, and the vet had some blood, and the guy invested heavily in a biotech company, and he was able to use his deceased dog's blood and clone a new dog. And they had pictures of the old dog and the new dog, and they were almost identical. And
What?
yeah,
No.
yeah. So all of this sort of, you know, space age, regenerative technology is going to just be blowing up, over the next years. I think by spring of 2026, we're going to see a huge explosion in AI and
Well,
all.
it's progressed so much even within a short period of time, like even less than a year. Uh,
Yeah.
it has like grown tremendously. Like I was building like an app and like I've let it sit for a couple of months and a lot has happened since then. And it's like, okay, is my thing obsolete now? Like,
Right.
I worked so hard on it when I did put in the time and effort. So I decided to just hold back on that particular project, just to kind of see like what else comes up because, like almost like on a weekly basis, there's like some new like upgrade to like some kind of
Right.
AI technology, and it's going at a very rapid rate. So, yeah.
Yes. I had coffee with a friend Sunday that I don't see very often. And he's always kind of been like an older brother guy. And he is older. And I haven't seen him in a while. And, he's um, going through decisions like should he sell his house? And he's alone. And I think he's starting to worry about himself, his health. But he said that save your money. He's big into Bitcoin and digital currency. And he's like, you need to be saving your money because when it comes time to thinking you need to go to a nursing home, you just buy a robot because they'll have robots that'll come and take care of you. And he said, and I just want one to talk nice to me and be not good to me. I thought, that vision is just, I don't know about
That's
that.
kind of wrong, but they're already putting it out there, even with the suggestive, like realistic AI videos that they're coming out with. So,
I
um,
know, and you
I
have to
think
really pay attention. So
yeah,
another thing I want to say about, I mean, I tend to be Pollyanna and like to look at things as positively as possible, but these aspects with Neptune and Uranus are also high frequency of fraud and scamming. With
yes.
Taurus involved, be very, very extra careful about your money, your finances, checking your accounts. Um, that stuff is just going crazy too with AI because,
Well, I can tell you, in the past like few weeks, I lost my Facebook account.
oh,
And yeah. So what happened was I was working on my client's advertising account, promoting his stuff, doing marketing and stuff like that. And then I get some information that he was a part of some trademark infringement. And I'm like, what the hell? I was like, this guy already has a trademark approved. Like, why is he infringing on his own trademark? Is that what they're insinuating? And so, like, I got an email. It almost was like serendipitous or just right timing. I don't know. So they're like, well, you have a right to appeal. I was like, okay, so let me go ahead and do this. Now, mind you, this was like 1 o'clock in the morning, so I wasn't in my tip top shape. Okay. So yeah, they got me. Okay. Whatever. But I submitted my information. I gave them all the emails that they needed and all this and that. And they took my profile. So basically, they got in, some rando person became my friend on my personal account. As soon as he became my friend, like they posted child porn on my feed.
Oh God.
Yeah, they did that, right? I was like, OMG, like, and I don't change my password often, so I'm like trying to figure out, how do I change this? I'm like, oh shit. And then by the 10th post, because they were auto spamming my feed, they just
Right.
took my stuff down. And so I went to Facebook, and they did like this face scan recognition thing where you go up, down, look, side side, all this, and then I gave them my ID. After giving them my identification, they just canceled me. I was like, what? They took my stuff and left me high and dry. And so all of my photos that I've had on Facebook, like, because I've had a Facebook account since they first started, all of my photos on there is gone. Gone. All because some hoo-ha, was really crafty with, the whole thing. And I was just working with my advertising account with my client, and that's how they got in. So yeah, like
That
these
sucks.
days, like before you could tell the fake emails that come through.
Right.
Now you can't tell. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm like very tech savvy. I'm not like a dodo when it comes to clicking on like
Right.
fake emails, but I think like the whole timing. So they must have known like some kind of a trigger within the Facebook algorithm that
Right.
I was going through like a situation, because my client, he does like self defense, like military type stuff. And so there was some stuff on there that wasn't appropriate. I mean, it had an M4 in the freaking video, so whatever. But like, I was just testing the water, see how far I can go with, promoting the advertisement, and that's what I got. So yeah, hackers, yeah, them a-holes. So yeah, so when it comes to finances and stuff, I actually sold my stock today. I got fed up. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna sell everything. Now I think that there's going to be an uptick in the stock market like this weekend, or closer towards the weekend. But I said, I'm not gonna even wait for that. I'm just gonna sell it today, because my thing is that if I can put money in and take it out, I can put it in at any time, and
Right.
doesn't matter if I put it in there like 10 years ago, or just like, put it in recently. It's either I'm gonna wait a long time, for the big thing to hit, or just put it in at the opportune time, and just like, make a few bucks here and there, and that's fine.
Right.
So it wasn't like a big deal. So yeah, I got fed up with the whole system.
So is it true that once Facebook deletes your account, you can't get another Facebook account?
No, I've had two accounts. So that's the weird part. So the advertising that I had was on my secondary account, but somehow they got befriended me with my primary account. So I don't know how that happened. I don't
Well,
know. But I'm on my secondary account. And so, yeah, they don't, I don't know about the IP. And now people, they have like VPN. They can fake their VPN and say that they're in America and they're in freaking
right.
China, shit like that.
Right.
So, there's a lot of loopholes when it comes to that. But
And
also, the thing I hate about Facebook is that they tie stuff in with WhatsApp, and there's a lot of foreigners that use WhatsApp, and that could have been another thing. But here's the thing, that authenticator app.
mhm.
So I got an email. It says you must authenticate. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't remember if I authenticated with Facebook. So I was like, okay, well, let me install the authenticator thing on my phone. And I went boop, boop, boop. After I did the authentication, I think that was another like way for them to get in. So I really don't know when, but all I know is like when I was working on my client's ad account, it was either the authenticator where they could have got through. It could have been like an email, like they put like a little like a listener, uh,
Yeah,
and there was like certain triggers, and so like if it was triggering for a certain keyword, then I'm already like hyped up about it, right? So
right,
they're probably preying on like some notifications that I was recently receiving, and that was the opportune time for them to get in. So
right.
I don't know. So you stopped using Facebook almost 10 years ago? Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had Facebook in a long time. I'd say 5, 8 years ago, I deleted my account.
I do it because I'm in the media field and
So, um, a friend of mine, another, don't mean to sound like I'm repeating a theme, but maybe it's part of the energies. Another friend who I hadn't talked to in a long time that I caught up with recently was telling me a horror story about she kind of looks after this older lady who has some health problems and been retired. And I think she met her through church or something, but the lady doesn't have any family and she's like on oxygen. And she worked for a really long time and was very well off with her retirement. And I think it was like 2 years ago, somehow or another. And my friend says it's part of being part of like Instagram and what's another one? Instagram and TikTok. This lady is on all of these platforms and I guess spends all of her time on it. But she somehow they hacked into her and she thinks that she's been having a friendship with Mark Harmon,
mm,
the guy that plays, I think, in that NCIS,
mhm.
and that he is leaving his wife and going to have a relationship with her. She's convinced it's him. And even though my friend has told her over and over, this is a hack, this is, not legitimate. Oh
Mhm.
no, oh no, he's coming to see me. And I recently, she caught me up on the recent stuff that he'll say, I'm coming to town and I'm going to be at such and such hotel. And she'll go to the hotel. And he's probably in India somewhere.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
will say things like, I can't believe somebody would fall for this. The elevator's broken, but, leave me a gift card at the desk. Or, send me a gift card or electron. She has sent electronically all this money. And it's so sad. And now, evidently, she thinks she's also speaking to, I don't know that cast very well, but other members of the cast. And like, they're her best buds. And it's crazy. It's crazy.
Right. So there's a lot of like scams out there. That one's like typical called romance scams or whatever, where they impersonate, someone, and they're just really good at lying about it.
I asked her, I said, was she on a dating app or how did this all get started? And she just said she's on all the social media platforms and it was just an
Mhm.
easy way to get hacked. Um, so I just would say be very careful on all of it.
Especially with AI now, like they can impersonate anything.
Right. It's really,
Now there's AI influencers.
yeah, yeah,
I could be like some other tarot reader in a different form,
right.
and and they could use my voice or I could use an AI voice, whatever,
Yeah.
and I can be like that person. Um, I don't know. It's too,
Snapchat is very popular with creating characters.
yeah, that's more for the younger crowd, but it's just gotten too convoluted with fake fake stuff.
And
It's
that is, I believe, attributed to these. Neptune has been in its home of Pisces,
mhm.
and that's where a planet is at its highest potentials when it's in its home sign. So a lot of this fantasy and fraud and you know fake stuff has been under Neptune and Pisces.
So when did you say Neptune was going direct? You
So
said?
Neptune is going direct December 10th.
Oh, okay. We got a few months until the truth is revealed.
Well,
A
believe it
few
or not, it's like a month. I mean, we're already on November the 5th. Can you believe it?
okay. I don't know why it feels like it's so further in, like the month of
I
November.
keep thinking it's October.
Oh, okay.
So
Hmm.
then also, in, let's see, a couple of days, Jupiter will go retrograde in Cancer. Um, when Mercury stations direct at the end of the month, so will Saturn. Saturn's been retrograde since July. So you've got Mercury and Saturn that will both station together almost on the same day, the 29th of November. I would make a note of that. That would be a breakthrough of some sort, or something that's been held back is finally moving forward.
That's a day after Black Friday.
Okay.
Just saying, it's a Saturday.
And now it seems like there's Black Friday all the time. Have you noticed that?
I have not. Yeah.
I saw some ads for something. It was a hardware store, or something. I think it was Lowe's. But yeah, it's like we're having Black Friday this weekend. It's like, well, it's not Thanksgiving yet.
Yeah, it's
What
called
does
Black
this
Monday.
say? I follow a few celebs on Twitter, and I keep getting secret profiles talking to me. I tried really hard until he realized I'm really friends with the real guy. Oh, that's interesting.
Mm. Yeah, I've had some like celebrity, like I didn't know them, but they contacted me for readings in the past. So it's really interesting who you can meet on those social platforms.
Yes.
Some of them are legit that they would reach out, but some of
Right.
them are fake.
Right. Right. Yeah. I tell you, I shut off Facebook because it was such a time suck. And I know that you can promote business and, like a lot of people sell on Facebook Marketplace and stuff. It's got a lot of great things about it, but I've eliminated all those kinds of things to try to make me do my chores and my work in my yard and my house.
Mhm. Mhm.
And when I get watching something, on YouTube or whatever, the time can just get burnt up.
Oh yeah, like nowadays, like those little shorts. Once you start watching one, like you're like 10 minutes in, you're like
I
watch
know.
a dozen.
I know.
um, but that's also with me too. Like I don't really get on Facebook unless I'm talking to someone because I use it for the Messenger app.
Right.
But while I'm on there, I get sucked in by those little like short videos, and I'm like, "What
Yeah.
is that?" And like,
Right.
I start watching it, and then one after another. So they have become addicting. I'm not gonna lie. So I think it's if you know your limit, you know, like, cause watching it, I don't think it's a bad thing, but
Yeah.
you have to, like, catch yourself or give you, like, a time limit, like, "Okay, 5 minutes is enough, let me just."
Right. Right. The discipline. Yeah.
Right, because sometimes it's good for, like, a little brain break, if
Exactly.
you know, it's like
And
too much.
um, like you've done something and you want a little reward, so you're going to sit down and do something like that.
Mhm. Should doctor said put a timer, yeah.
Um, I am looking for my, my desk is out of hand.
It's okay.
Um, my desk is out of
You need a
hand.
robot. You need a robot.
Yes, I need a secretary. Would the AI secretary please enter the room?
Yeah. Toot, 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 toot. What is that thing off the Jetsons? Is it like Betty, the robot?
Right. Oh, right. Right. The maid.
Yeah. I always wanted her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always complain when I see the sink filled with dishes. It's like, yeah, nobody cleans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh, it's just May. I gotta clean it. Like,
Right. I always think, well, I'll do a double take thinking, leave it. And then I'll be like, who do I think's going to come and do that?
yeah,
Where it's just like if something falls on the floor, it's like, how many times am I going to walk past that before?
before you pick it up.
Who's going to pick that up?
Well, hopefully the dogs, if it's safe for them.
Leon is terrible. He has this fetish for like anything paper. He loves like uh, grocery bag, the brown paper grocery bags.
Type of texture paper.
Yes, and I had one of those cardboard egg crates. It had fallen. I had put it over on a counter to take out. I've been using them for seed starters,
Hmm.
so I'll take them out to my shed to have when I want to start some seeds. And it fell, and he was like right on it. And before I could get it from him, he had bitten off a whole egg section, where one egg goes. And I mean, that's kind of a thick cardboard.
Mhm,
And he,
mhm.
he just, he looks so happy when he has that going around.
Yeah, and then you wanna scold him and, like, you
You know what I do? I go
mm.
to his mouth. I was like, what goes in here has to come out here. And I'll point at his mouth.
Does he give you the look?
And here, yeah, yeah, the side eye.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. When I talk to Luna and I tell her something, she gives me attitude sometimes. She'll give me, like, a gripe face, like,
Yeah. What are you trying to say?
yeah. And I'm like, "Are you giving me attitude, lady?"
Yeah. Yes. Well, thank goodness they're all healthy.
Yes, yes,
There's
that's
nothing worse than a sick pet. I went through that with someone recently when their dog was sick, and I've been through it. You've been through it. It's just a miserable feeling.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, because you feel helpless and, depending on what the ailment is, you don't know if it'll improve or if you're doing the right thing or.
This was a puppy situation where the puppy got really ill and is probably not going to make it.
Oh, no.
And I don't know if you remember when I got Mojo, he almost
Mhm,
died and almost didn't
mhm.
make it. And it brought back that. I was like, gosh, I know how
Memory.
that feels. It's a
Oh.
miserable feeling. So, just to sort of um, conclude what we're looking at for this Taurus full moon, it's it's a lot of opportunity for positive changes with personal growth, financial expansion, kind of controlling the gremlins in your mind that are responsible for like your self-imposed boundaries or restrictions, like that's that thing about being flexible, like developing the mentality that anything you set your mind to that you truly desire, you want, you can have, and
Mm.
not let self doubt or negative self talk keep you from meeting those goals or dreams. Communing in nature and taking time to be still and in gratitude are the keys to navigating these sort of choppy waters that we're going through. Being mindful of your breath. You know, a lot of times anxiety happens just because you're shallow breathing. You're not taking the time to rhythmically deep breathe and be still for even 3 minutes a day can make a tremendous effect on your electromagnetic field. And the Schumann resonance right now is like off the scale, so we're responding to that. So there's a potential to be very anxious. So we have to use our tools to, calm our soul, calm our energy, walk barefoot on the ground, hug a tree, sit by water, you know, um, humming, listening to music, just doing things that help keep your body calm and your mind clear, with what your intentions are. There's a lot of riffraff, sort of static energy around, so we need to be able to keep ourselves clear while all the other static is at bay. And if anything, use those Saturn boundaries for keeping the static at bay. Um, Focusing on your breathing is really important. Taurus is the throat and neck area. So problems with that area often mean there's something you need to communicate. Um, there's some It can also mean repressed anger. Echinacea root and ginger are very natural herbs for throat issues. Zinc, like with sometimes people experience like fall allergies from the change of seasons.
Mhm.
It'll hit the throat, and zinc is like a almost an immediate cure. If you'll take some zinc lozenges, if you start having a sore throat, that will help while you think about what it is you're not communicating. uh, Earaches are turmoil and anger, and can be helped with licorice root or rubbing a little bit of warm olive or garlic oil in the ear.
Hmm.
Um, that's a really old fashioned cure. Um, so, yeah, um, the crystals for Taurus are emerald, topaz, tourmaline, tiger's eye, lapis lazuli. And full moon is a good time to set your crystals out to renew their energy and cleanse. It's a great time for your truth and feelings supported by your inner spirit, communicating your truth and feelings, and trying not to be too headstrong. Be honest with yourself, and willing to see all sides of a story. People get very drilled in on their narrative, right? They get very drilled in on what they think they know and what is right. And um, being able to just step back and walk in somebody else's shoes, or just consider all the different sides, I really think is key to all these shifts we're going through as a society. There's so much like push and pull and tug and all this that, value systems, empathy, and the health of humanity are front and center for debate and consideration. And
Hmm.
all at this point in our lives probably been through some sort of Saturn transits, if not Saturn returns. I've been through two. And your first Saturn return is between the ages of 28 and 32. Your second Saturn return is somewhere in your mid 50s to late 50s. And that's when, if you've learned your lessons that Saturn is here to teach you, then you're given a second chance. You reach a grander potential. Your soul evolves to a higher wisdom. So, whatever you go through in those late 20s, early 30s, as you're heading up on your second Saturn return, the idea is, what were you doing in your late 20s and early 30s? The stage will be the same, the people will be different. But whatever you learned, whatever lesson you went through, because that's usually a pretty tumultuous time in someone's life. It's a period of maturity. And so then when you come around to your second Saturn return, um, you're given the chance to apply what was that? What were those elements? Was it related to self esteem, self worth? Um, you know, what was it related to? And that comes up again in your later years. And then if I'm fortunate enough to make my third Saturn return, that's around the age of 84. So I got a ways to go, but I'm hoping to be here to be able to tell about it.
Yeah. So the second Saturn return is about what age range?
Around 54, the mid 50s.
Mid 50s. Okay. I still got some years. Um,
So, so I went through a divorce at 28, cleaned
mhm,
house, right? Physically cleaned a house, um, cleaned out friendships. It can mean cleaning out a closet. You purge. There's some sense of evolution at that point in your life. Sometimes, people may have had a child or uh, gotten married as opposed to gotten divorced, but it's usually a major chapter. So,
I got a divorce at 28.
so all of those behavior patterns of when I was married and who I married and what my mindset was, and then going through that period of leaving it and evolving from it. So when I was in my mid 50s, the stage was the same, the people were different, but it was the same behavior pattern. And what that was, and I used the wisdom that I learned from my late 20s about my ex husband,
Hmm.
it had to do with not allowing, it had to do with thinking enough of myself to not allow someone to use me and take me for granted. It was My Saturn return was all about self worth and esteem, self esteem. So in my mid 50s, it was a scenario of a man similar to my ex husband, um, with those same sort of patterns about how, it was all about him and my needs would not have any concern. Um, and that's how my marriage was. It was all about him, all centered around him. I lost sight of who I was, what I wanted. So when I came out of my divorce to rediscover my identity, I swore I'd never let a relationship take that from me again. And so when the opportunity was presented, someone coming into my path and that similar feeling, I got a similar feeling, I knew that that was not right, and not to repeat that pattern. And
Are you speaking about your twin? Is that the one you're referring to, or is this someone else?
it could be a manifestation of a couple of different people, but the pattern is of losing identity for a relationship so that they would you know accept me and love me and need me, where instead of just being 100% person in my own right, and a relationship being meeting in the middle and each person helping the other. That
Mhm,
was a
mhm.
fixer. It was a chronic fixer. And
Mm,
so when it came to meeting people with that similar, I want you to fix me, or I want to use you because I need fixing, you know this very sort of, I want to say, cold person was like, I'm not fixing you, and I
Mhm.
can't fix you. You have to want to fix yourself. And that was a different pattern for me. And that was a
So
healthy
after your second solar return, how
Saturn,
long,
Saturn return.
yeah, Saturn return, how long did it take for you, like, cuz at the second one you would know, right? Because you already went through the first one, you knew
Right.
this one was coming.
Coming up.
You know,
Right.
you're an astrologer, you knew, like, okay,
Right.
well, this is what's
Right.
happening to her.
Well, I'm ready.
Yeah. So, like, after, like, thinking about it and going through it and processing all of that, how long did it take for you to recognize the lesson in the second one?
So I think all in all, there it's like a 2-year window,
Okay.
and but you're processing it the whole time.
Right, right. Yeah, I was just wondering because, it's not like bam, it's a birthday and, like it's all gonna come out,
Right.
you know,
Right.
but I know that it comes in over time, or
Right.
maybe that's the lesson throughout that whole year where
And
you're.
probably right here and right now is the
Mhm,
first time I've spoken out loud to anyone about, well, this is what happened with the first Saturn return, and this is what happened with the second Saturn return. And I'm, you know, years out of my Saturn return. I'm what, six years or so out of it. And it's been probably the first time I've reflected on it. But I know that in general, people aren't walking around thinking about their Saturn returns in their life. But if you do pick up an interest in astrology in your chart and look at it, it's very interesting, and it's a very good tool for learning yourself. Because
because, like, it probably makes sense about the events that are happening at your life at that moment in time.
yeah,
And maybe it's a repeat theme, maybe, but that wasn't like a thing that was on that person's radar, and it was addressed to them because um, that sort of thing happened around the last time, and then we can safely say that maybe this is happening again. Just a suggestion, and if it makes sense, because like when you're doing a reading for someone and you talk about those things, then the person will say, yeah, that this actually is going on.
it's usually a confirmation of some
Right, right.
sort.
It's like a confirmation of something that is actually physically that is happening in their life and not like an idea of something.
Saturn is called Father Time. He moves very slow. He teaches us patience. We feel very frustrated under Saturn transits because it feels restrictive, like nothing's coming quick enough, and we're just burnt out and exasperation kind of energy.
Hmm.
But in terms of life lessons and our journey through life, Saturn is who teaches us about the wise person within ourselves, right?
Sometimes that takes time. It takes like maybe a decade or two to get to that point. And I mean, and that's how life is. That's the journey
And
of.
it's not necessarily the people you're going through those lessons with. It's understanding what your pattern of behavior is.
Hmm.
So it could be any face on any person, but it's recognizing what's the pattern in ourselves that manifests the relationships.
And
And
most times it's actually from the family. So what we pick up as like a little girl or a little boy, we're learned from like our parents. Little do we know that we're picking up on the generational like
right,
beliefs that they have passed down to us. Like
right,
instance, like money is scarce or something. It's like, oh well, and then you grow up thinking, well, money is scarce, and
Right.
but if you came from a well-to-do family, that's what we call, like, the people who are already in that, right? They
Right.
don't really feel that because they were already trained
Right.
to believe that, like, money grows on trees. What are you talking
Right.
about?
Right.
So I think that a lot of the lessons start from the
We
early
do.
childhood,
Yes.
and that becomes ingrained in our psyche,
Right.
and that's why I really feel like children are moldable, like that's the most important time, based off of what they have experienced, you
Right.
know, is going to, like, project the future of what's going on with that person, but also, like, how spiritual is that being, are because a lot of people who are not spiritual, they're very fixed in their levels of thinking, and they're not open to
Right.
certain things, but um I really feel that, like, you know the ones that who are spiritual, they get it, and I feel like those are the spiritual teachers that will actually help people along the way. I feel like it's more of their calling to do.
Right.
So, especially if people are navigating through the mundane stuff in their life.
Yeah. 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 Astrology in my life has represented a depth, right? And like a lot of people, they just don't want to know, and that's not their thing, and that's fine. But
Mhm.
that's why I've, done this all my life, and it's an important part of life. But that doesn't mean it's important for everybody or
Yeah, because
anybody. Yeah,
to your point, they don't wanna know, like, and sometimes,
we've all had
especially
friends.
if they're not on the same spiritual level, like, let's say that you have some intel and you just blurt something out without thinking about it, and then lo and behold, they're like, "Well, why would you say something like that?" And then you would get, like, a negative,
Right.
like, like, response, and you wouldn't think of that it would be a negative thing, but they took it a different way because of their mindset or their belief system, and
Well, and we all have friends, I think, that we've watched them repeat their pattern over and over and like never learn.
right.
Like it's the same, it's the same train wreck of a relationship, no matter who the person is.
Mhm.
And, you get to a point where you just sit back and you have to just listen to them, and you've tried to tell them, try it differently or try this or that. And people have to come to these things on their own. You can't do but so
Tell them.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Let's pull some cards.
Okay, because I got to thinking.
I really like this deck. I pulled it out. Gilded
Okay,
Collection.
yeah, Gilded, and then I have the Energy Oracle cards that I'm pulling out for the collective. So,
So it's sort of deep. It's sort of a deep energy going on right now, in my opinion. Like
mhm,
there's a
mhm.
lot of shifts in the energy. There's a lot of 29-degree outer planets. All of that is sort of a winding down, and like we all anticipate the end of something. And
It definitely has that vibe to it, like not knowing what the future holds, right? Like holding faith and trust that, because even for me, like, I'm trying to project what the future may be, or the near future, but I can't because of certain circumstances. And that kind of drives me crazy, but I'm learning to let go and just go with the flow. Fuck it. I was gonna, like, put this thing up here. Now I can't find where I can control the thing. Let's see here.
control the thing.
Yeah, the comment.
Hey, Jamaica, the box is huge. The cards are not.
Okay.
I
And
just think the artwork on them is so pretty. And Taurus is ruled by Venus, which rules the arts and fine things, the finer things in life. I think of Taurus as being very velvety. It's a very sensual kind of energy.
well, Ethan had voiced his opinion that he wanted Kit Kats.
Oh, I'll take a Kit
I
Kat.
didn't know. I thought he was a Hershey's boy, but now he wanted Kit Kats this time. I'm like, okay,
You get your blood work done, you get a Kit Kat.
all right. That's what I said. I'll give you Kit Kats if you go give me some blood. Uh, okay, so I have this for Aries.
I have strength.
Okay. So I have door to romance. And so basically, this is about opening yourself up to love. So perhaps Aries, like having the strength to open up yourself if you've been closed off.
Looks pretty good to me. Looks pretty determined and
Yeah, because a heart has been caged up for some time, like maybe protecting your heart.
well,
Um,
let's see. Aries is a fire sign ruled by Mars. Mars is going into Sagittarius, another fire sign. So that's a trine to someone with an Aries sun, moon, or rising. Mars would be trining it, and those generally bring good opportunities, gifts from the universe. It would be a good thing for Aries.
hmm. Yeah, I think it's good. So well done, Aries. Go
I'll
out
take
and
it. I
have
think
some fun.
I think Chiron is in Aries right now, and Chiron is very similar to a Jupiter type of energy, which rules Sagittarius. So that's all like good fortune, good opportunity to expand, opportunity to travel, opportunity to hear and find the truth,
Mm.
spiritual lessons too. So, Taurus, I've got the Ace of Cups.
And I have two cards, Angel of Love and Angel of Strength.
Wow, that's really good for Taurus. That's some lovey dovey going on.
So not only does Taurus has a strength, but they also have love. And so it's like
Yeah.
a new beginning of maybe with someone new or having the strength to love someone or re-love someone. It's actually really good. I like that energy.
And it could be sudden with Uranus in Taurus right now.
Yeah, like it came out of nowhere, it
Unexpected.
wasn't planned.
Yeah. But
But didn't
it's
you say
but
that
it's
Venus was going
divine.
into Taurus or something?
Say that again.
Did you say that Venus was coming into Taurus?
So Venus rules Taurus
Oh,
and is entering Scorpio. So to be a Venus Uranus opposition, which can really make things suddenly happen that are karmic and
mhm.
hot. Taurus, Scorpio.
Okay, Taurus. Well, hey, the night is young.
Yeah. So what time is it there for you now?
It is 6:13.
Okay, so we're 2 hours apart since we changed our clocks.
Okay, well then I think that's good. Before it was 3 hours.
Right.
Yeah, this
So
is
for
we're doing
Gemini, I got the King of Pentacles.
okay. And oh, I have a storm warning.
Oh,
So, again, like the storm is something that comes out of nowhere. So maybe Gemini has been working on something and like it just kind of blew over. But this is a warning. So, like, it comes really quickly. So, if you've been working on something, I would just like make a backup of it, put it on the cloud or something. Uh, I don't know.
the moon will be in Gemini Friday and Saturday.
Okay, yeah, pull backups. Like, if you've been working on something, also like the King of Pentacles is someone about the money, right? Like,
Work, yeah. I
um,
was gonna say, watch what you say.
yeah, that too. Yeah, because it can be disastrous.
Yeah, give a little extra thought to what you say under
Hmm.
this energy, Gemini.
Try not to have
Sometimes Gemini can say
talk.
things that they don't mean, and it's hard to take it back once it comes out.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got Jupiter in Cancer.
Hmm.
Oh, wow. I've got Two of Cups.
Oh, so I have strength.
Wow.
Finding the courage to go to the next level.
That's very romantic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. On your card, it looks like a meeting of the minds.
Maybe staying home for the weekend and doing some Cancerian things like cooking and nurturing and self care.
That sounds good. I saw this lasagna recipe that you can cook in a pan,
I saw that.
right? Like with the
Was it done
lasagna, and you can soak up the instant lasagna noodles, and then spread ricotta cheese and mozzarella all over it.
on a flat pan and then pour your
Yeah.
sauce over it and then
Oh
cheese?
yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't know if we saw the same video, but the one I saw, so they took the long lasagna noodles
Mhm.
and they broke them up.
Oh no, I didn't. That wasn't broken up. It was a long strip, and they went boom, 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 and just
Okay.
let the water soak it up. And
These were boiled, but in
mhm.
pieces, and they just put the pieces all down on the pan and then did the layers.
No, this was all in a pan, and the sauce was bubbling. And I think I forgot what kind of noodle it is, but everyone seems to know about this noodle. But basically, it's the no bake noodle, and you put the raw noodle, the dried noodle in there,
Right.
and then the juice gets soaked up into it really quickly,
Yes.
and so you don't have to bake it. And
Yes.
then they're calling for like ricotta cheese, some eggs, and like mozzarella and
Yeah.
cottage cheese, and then you put that in there, and
Got your
and then
tomato
you
sauce.
yeah, and then you put it in. You can put it in a no bake, like a oven thingy, and then you put more cheese on it, and
Yeah.
you put it in the oven for that crispy, like
Yeah.
cheesy. Oh wow!
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, how do they make lasagna so easy? I was like, this
I
is
know. I mean, that's always been such a arduous thing to
yeah.
do.
Like you would have to like love lasagna to spend like hours just to make a dish like that. But if you can put it in a pan, and just like make the sauce and then boil the noodles into it, and
Yes.
and then melt the cheese in there.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, I was on to that.
That's funny how we both saw that.
Anyway, did I pull? Yeah, yes, I did. I pulled for Cancer, right?
Yes.
I
Yes. We're on to Leo.
Okay.
What does the full moon have to say for Leo?
Hmm. Let's see.
Look at the moon.
Oh, the moon.
Emotional.
Oh, I have financial constraints.
Oh, that is emotional.
Yeah, it was like, look at those spider web thingy in there. There's one gold bar. That's good. Or is that a few coins? Um. So, well, I really feel like this is temporary. I don't think like it's a long term constraint. Um. So.
So I'm a Leo and definitely stressing out over money some
Mhm.
because I would like I would like to consolidate. I have a loan for an HVAC system and now a used car, and they're way too high of interest. And I'd like to consolidate them or refinance them. And I got this solicitation in the mail yesterday about refinancing my car loan, and it like makes the payment in half, which I would love. But when I started looking at it closer, I think it's a scam. I don't think it's legitimate. And I'm
No,
like, how do you navigate these financial things?
don't trust any of that crap that goes into your mailbox. You do your due diligence and do the research, and
Yeah,
you approach them. And
yeah,
so I've learned something from this lady who talked about mortgages and stuff. But
yeah,
I would say if you can go to your bank and get, she called it a line of credit. So it's
yeah.
not a loan, it's a line of credit, and see
And it,
if they can get that to you, because those are actually, they can give you the money and you pay down other stuff with it
so
because the interest is lower
I think
than
what you're talking about is a HELOC, and it's a lien on your home. It's
uh
not a non-secured. I'm looking for a non-secured personal loan.
okay, got it.
I don't
Hmm.
want to put a lien on my home. I've had two liens on my home before, and it's hard making two mortgage payments.
Okay, got it.
But I
I
know
was
what you're talking about.
talking about like doing a line of credit and how you can pay down so that you're not paying forever and ever on interest, like on a mortgage. Um, and then like your interest rate would be lower so that you could pay down on something smaller. You know, it's like robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Right,
Like, but you're
right,
still paying it down, but with less interest. Is
right,
yeah.
right. Yeah, it's a real game. I think I'm going to approach a credit union that I deal with. Credit
You
unions typically
I have the credit union, and their interest rates are a lot better than all other,
regular
like,
bank.
right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And I sort of did some preliminary research on legitimate personal loans, and one of the credit unions came up, and I was like, well, I already have a relationship with them with a charge card. Maybe I can talk to them.
Yeah, as long as you have something with them, because like with the credit union I have, it's the Navy Federal, so you have to be in the military or know someone in the military.
Right,
So in my case, like it's my dad. But when I did that, I did my car loan through them, and the interest rate was a lot lower than you would get outside.
right,
So, and then I actually refinanced, just because I think I was going through a divorce at the time. So I refinanced my car, and it was still like low, like low
right.
interest. So, and they're really good. I have a credit card with them, and they give me cash. It's like a cash rewards program. And so I will use the card, and
Yeah,
then they'll give me a lot of money back,
right.
and I'll just like keep putting it back on the freaking card, but I keep spending it. So I think that, I mean, you know how it works, but
I do.
this is nice because I build my credit with them, and we have a good relationship, you know.
Right.
And so like I like the credit union.
What does that mean? One of the two Chinese guys is Gemini. His contract goes boom. What does that mean? His contract goes boom.
Well, probably when we were talking about Gemini. But I forgot. From what I can remember about Gemini is that,
Be careful what they say.
yeah.
It was work related. The King of
Mm,
Pentacles.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna get
Virgo.
like sidetracked. Virgo is all tied up.
Let's see. I've got Three of Cups.
Okay. I don't know, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Too busy to go out and have a good time.
Yeah.
That's how I take it. Oh. The problem with me is that I don't know how to relax.
A little bit of a workaholic, you might say.
Yeah, and I've been told that I need to like take time out for myself
Look at
sometime.
what the ladies are doing here. They're just dancing
Yeah,
and
they're dancing, having a good old time.
doing their yoga.
But Virgo is like, no, I'm too busy. No,
Uh,
you're not. You can make time. It's
this
just,
card also reminds us to feed all the mind, body, and spirit.
mm-hmm.
I
Also,
love
drink more water or something.
I don't know. Those are wine glasses.
Mm,
Could be sherbet cups. I don't know. There's something flowing in those cups.
mm-hmm. Well, there's some kind of liquid.
I like it. It's a good reminder notice.
That's right, Virgo.
Yeah,
Have some fun.
take a chill.
Hmm. So next we have Libra.
Libra. Ah, this is nice. Ace of Swords.
Okay, I have the door to romance. So maybe some quick communication about a lover, from a lover to a lover,
Something really social.
being very clear about feelings, communicating feelings to someone.
Quick minded, intuitive,
Hmm.
fair to the point.
I was watching this Japanese guy using his little samurai, putting like a. This is what I'm talking about. Those little YouTube shorts and
I
stuff.
do know. Yes, I do know.
And he was like
Yeah,
spinning the thing and then making the fucking shit glow.
yeah, yeah.
God. I was like, that's what that card reminded me of was a drink. But
Yeah.
yeah, maybe Libra, you can use a drink.
Well, and it seems like they're probably in a pretty clear, sharp-minded state with the full moon. Maybe being
Very clear and very communicative,
yes,
straight
yes,
and direct
yes.
with their feelings. Okay, so next we have Scorpio.
Oh, the devil made me do it.
Hmm.
This is
So,
this is um, Venus opposite Uranus this weekend. The devil.
I have angel love.
Wow, it's like an angel on one shoulder and the devil on another.
Yeah, deep, dark love.
Yeah, yeah. It's forbidden.
Yeah, like depends on what you're into, like bondage or like wearing his helmet.
Blindfolded.
Yeah, blindfold. Hmm.
Well, no, Scorpio, you got some decisions to make, maybe.
Mm, mm,
With Venus and Scorpio, it might be something coming around.
hmm. Well, I mean, maybe it's hold on, what is this? Oh, okay. Someone's contacting me if I want to replace my programmer.
Well,
I'm like, okay, well, shit, bring it on. Let me see. Like, I'm open to suggestion,
excuse me.
communication. Okay, Sag, goddess of the moon.
Oh, I have nine of wands
Okay.
on a mission.
Hmm.
Goddess of the moon and the nine of wands. Very creative, very feminine.
I'm getting like this is more like intuition
Yeah.
about how hard it's been. You know,
Well, Mars into Sag today for a while. That's a heavy seeking energy, seeking the truth, seeking clarity,
hmm.
maybe using their instincts to know the truth.
Yeah, because this is heavy. It's like it's not like a chipper energy. It's like deep.
Yeah.
um
Nine of Wands is, he's on his knees. He's tired.
mhm. So like maybe being vulnerable about how hard it's been.
And setting yourself free from whatever the burden is. Sag loves their freedom.
Yeah, so it's time to like let go, or so there might be some discoveries of how much they've taken on, or
Busy,
yeah, very interesting.
busy and deep.
Hmm.
Deep, busy activity for Sag.
It's okay, Saji. You can get through it. You got that golden arch. You can go
Manny's
through
basement is no freedom. So I saw a statistic that this supermoon is 30% brighter than your typical full moon.
It's because of the temperature and
And its proximity, it's closest to Earth.
just like was it Three Eye Atlas or whatever they call that thing?
Oh, yeah. Is that a spaceship, you think? What do you think that
uh
is?
Oh man, Capricorn. Are you anxious?
Oh, this is the tower.
Yeah. Um Honestly, yes, I would say that yeah, okay. I think it's because there's so much that's going on. Like lately, I've been taking on a lot of people's energy. Like everyone around me is having an issue.
Right,
And that's giving me stress.
right.
So it's like, oh shit, what do I do? Like I don't have the answers for everyone. I'm sorry. um but yeah. And do you see that it's like there's a lightning bolt in both
Right,
cards?
right,
One fell out the tower and she's still up in there. So,
right. She kicked him out,
mhm.
or he jumped. That's
I
probably.
can't take it anymore. Okay, well, fucking go ahead.
Give it your best shot.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna watch.
I'm just going to sit here and eat bonbons.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. I almost bought donuts today.
Oh,
I know.
I had Chinese food last night, and where I go, have these little, they're kind of like just donut holes.
Mhm.
It's nothing but like fried dough rolled in sugar. I
Oh.
wanted some so bad, but I didn't get them.
Oh. Yeah, I've been good for a long time, so that's why I'm like I've
Yeah.
been a good girl. I deserve some donuts.
I was
Uh,
thinking this morning, this is probably one of the first Halloweens that I've been really good about not getting into the candy. I don't know
Oh.
why. I just haven't been to the store, but I usually have some candy around and I don't.
Mhm. Mhm.
Ace of Wands and the Magician and the Mirror. This is
Mhm.
interesting.
Yeah, so taking action on manifestation. So, like, this could be like reflecting on what you want and having the power to do it. But the thing about Aquarius is that they take too damn long, you know? Like, they're always like reflecting.
Well, changeable. It's Uranus energy, so it can change directions and change their mind.
Well, it looks like it's going more towards the hot than the cold, right? Because do you see that? It has like the hot and cold looking thing.
And this definitely looks hot.
So they're going for something that's hot.
Creative, on fire.
hmm Like creativity, passion, desire, energy. Maybe Aquarius is feeling more motivated to do the things, like because most times you know they don't want to act upon like just a quick um thought, you know,
Spontaneity.
right?
I'm
Oh
afraid to say anything, but have you noticed the fan on my computer is quiet?
no, I've been hearing it.
It's off now.
I mean, it's off now, but I've been hearing some. I'm just so used to it. I
I
tune
know. I am
out.
too, and it's quiet. I'm like, wow, I like when it's. I have a new laptop actually. It's a
Oh, okay.
rebuilt one, but I have to spend time
To set it up.
transferring stuff. Yeah, and
Hmm.
I've had this one turned off for 2 days, thinking that maybe helps. I don't know if it does or not, but
I think it's just that particular laptop.
yeah, I've never had one do that before. It's,
Well, that one, I think it has like a drive on it.
yeah,
That's probably why.
it's called a Z book.
Hmm.
And here we have the Four of Wands.
Oh man, Pisces.
Broken
Pisces
heart.
broken over a family situation. Or maybe a coming together.
Maybe engagement called off.
Mm-hmm.
For the best, whatever it
Hurt,
is.
hurt over something. Once was happy, now it's like sad.
Or what would the Buddhists say? Not a broken heart, but an opening of the heart.
Yeah, because there's an opening here, but there's a teardrop coming out.
Feels good. Feels expansive. Like you dodged a bullet, Pisces. That's the best way to look at it, anyway. You dodged a bullet. Have a good cry and move on. Or, like my brother used to say, next.
I know it sounds so like heartless, you know, especially if you know you're dealing with a super emotional person. But I mean, you have cancer in your chart, so you know
Yeah.
you can get
Cancer,
that way. Yeah.
Cancer
Um.
moon and Venus. I can be very emotional. I think, I think, I don't know. There's something about aging that tempers all of that.
You're like, oh fuck it.
Right. You can't let anything get to you because you know from experience it always is going to pass and change, and no amount of energy is going to affect how it's only going to affect you, you know. It's not
Right, right. It's I think that's the hardest part, you know, like you can, you know, let other people's energy affect you, but what is really going on is that you're allowing them to do it to you. So you just have to learn how to be strong,
Healthy
and
boundaries.
yeah, look at the situation and know that you're not wrong for thinking
Right.
it. You know, like they could be totally toxic, and that could be a
Right.
thing. But you could be the bigger person and not call them out on it unless you don't give a f. And you're like, you little, like, have you checked yourself in the mirror?
Right. I think there's a lot of checking yourself in the mirror going
Because
on.
some people are so like reserved, like they won't like speak their mind in front of them. But
Right. And that's, what is that? That doesn't help anybody. I'm
no,
just
I
short.
think it's like it really depends because some people are short fused, and
Yes.
if you approach the wrong person with that attitude, then there could be a really physical altercation.
Right.
you know, so you have to kind of read the room, so to speak.
Well, it's definitely an interesting time for all of mankind, right? With the technology that's exploding and the earth changes, have you noticed all of the flooding and earthquakes and all of that's going to continue, I think.
Have you seen or read anything how like when we have like these major events like earthquakes and stuff that the stock market is actually like um in accordance with how like the natural like
The
effect.
cycles,
Yeah. So I don't know if that's a thing like maybe like from here on out, like maybe in the next like month, just to kind of see like where, and then if it goes down or up or just kind of
I
using
know.
that
I've been watching the Bitcoin and it, it
up and down, right? Like a
right.
yo-yo. Hmm.
Chewbacca, that is the fan we're talking about.
Oh, the leaf blow.
It's quiet right now. You shouldn't be hearing anything.
No, I've heard it. Like
Yeah,
before you said that, I've been hearing it. Um,
it's so nice when it's quiet. I meant to have the new one set up before we did another live, but it's just one of those things. It takes a
it's
chunk of
fine. Like
time.
my audio wasn't working, like I was having a moment. I said, fuck it. Like, there won't be a reading, and then I'm not giving up. Like, I was determined, and then finally at the end of my day, just by plugging it back in, like doing the simple thing, I was like, no,
So I've
no.
had this thing where I have had two 3-in-1 um, appliances. So the older HP 3-in-1 worked fine for scanning, so I just left it alone. But the printing was had been going crappy, and it still used ink cartridges. So I ran into a sale on a laser printer, and I took advantage of the sale.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had these two things. One does the scanning, one does the printing and faxing. And I've known that I need to do the scanning on the newer model, but I just haven't felt like doing it. Well, with my insurance work this time of year, I use the scanning a lot, and the older printer was not scanning. So it like forced me into
Doing it. So
doing the
you had
setting.
you had to take some time out of your
Right,
busy schedule to do the thing that you didn't want to do, but you had to
right.
do it anyway. Yeah,
But it felt so good to get it done, and now I can throw out the old one, right, and get something out of my office. Let's see, stock market is directly related to earth states. China goes after Taiwan. Oh yeah, I don't have any tech stocks.
yeah. Well, Nvidia was doing well, and I actually bought some Google stocks, but I I just sold them. I didn't feel, I don't know, as much as like AI has been improving over time. Um, I don't know. I was like, fuck it. But you
Well, there's
know,
one
like
prediction that it's all going to bottom out. It'll come back, but
that's why I sold it today.
there
I was
needs to be some kind of reset. It can't
Well,
keep.
I was like, you know what? I was like, I've bought in, I've taken out. Like it's time to take out. There'll be another day where I'll put it back in.
I forget if it was like 2 years ago. I had quite a lot of Bitcoin, and there was all this rumble about it was just going to tank. So
Hmm.
I took everything out except for what I was willing to lose. I took everything but $1,000. I was like, okay, I'll leave $1,000 in there. Don't want to lose it, but if it does tank, I'm going to limit how much I lose. I
Hmm.
want to say that was about 2 years ago, and it's been hovering between 3,700 and 4,000 over the last few
That's good.
months. And I don't put anything more into it. I've just been leaving it alone. Again, you hear so much inconsistent information about like Coinbase and which wallet to use, and this one's good and that one's
Like
not.
use your intuition because there's just so much garbage out there. That's
Well,
what I've noticed. Like I'm letting all of this intel go into my brain, taking it in. But sometimes when you sit still with yourself and you feel what is right, that's the answer
right.
that you should follow, like your gut instinct. And that's why
That's
I felt like, you know what, like let me just take the stock market. Like I
a
had the
very low, quiet voice.
right. It's like, not a forced thing, but just like a inner knowing,
Right,
And then when you have that, just do it. Because like I said, you can always put back in, what you take out.
right.
It's not like you won't be able to do it again. Um, and so yeah.
Yeah, you just don't know who to believe. It's all kinds of predictions all over the map, and you just take it a day at a time is my best answer because you've been through enough to know you get through whatever happens.
Hmm. I think, like I've been listening to some of the older ones. They're like try to have and their thing was try to have like some hard 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 monies in your pocket, like
Yeah,
gold or silver. And I think silver has actually been doing well.
yeah, it was like up to like $53 an ounce. Who would have thunk that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sold all my silver already. But
I
like
used to go to this. I was thinking about checking him out again. It's been a few years, but for a while, every payday, I would go to this pawn shop on the other side of town because he charged the least fee over the spot.
mhm.
And it was this really kind of skanky shop, right?
Right.
Yeah. And but I really liked the guy, and he had other things in there for sale. So I bought a real beautiful antique cameo pin.
Hmm.
He sold guns. Had some vintage jewelry. Um, he had a weird mixture of stuff, and people would come in there and sell gift cards. I don't
Gift
know
card.
what the deal. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. But he would sell 1 ounce silver rounds, and just depending on what bills I was paying, and if I had any extra money, I would buy two of them, four of them. It just depended on.
When
And
you
I did that regularly for a while,
so you
and
should have a collection, like a little satchel of
I
coins.
do, I do, and um, I give them as tips. Like I had a guy work in the yard, and I paid him his money, but then I gave him
coin.
silver coin. I said, you hold on to that. It'll
Yeah.
only go up
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know. It's such a game, really. The whole
Well, you never know if we're gonna have like another thing happen, and then it would be nice, obviously, to have cash on hand. If that sort of thing happened, because honestly, I don't trust digital. My
right,
opinion. I
right.
don't trust it, and so
I know.
what if the internet goes down? You don't have access to the crap, then
Right,
what? And what
right.
what if like there was like a blackout with the bank and all of the fucking systems went down and then what?
I
You know,
know.
and so for me, I like to diversify like where the money is, so to speak.
And then, another prediction might be that, if we go back to the barter system, it would be things like coffee and sugar and staple goods that would be your trade.
I would love it because I've been selling my tea and most of my teas are going into like these farmers markets and I love it.
Right,
Every time when the farmers they buy my tea, I feel so like happy because I was like, yes, because they know what good tea is. I was like, all
right,
these other people don't know what good tea is, but they know. And so it really makes me so happy that they're buying it up and stuff.
right,
And like, shoot, I would trade some cabbages and potatoes.
right,
So
right,
I would be happy with that because I know they put love into like them tending the garden and yeah, I would love that.
Well, I think that the new moon is getting towards Thanksgiving, if I remember
Oh,
correctly.
if it's that weekend, that's a no for me.
It is on Thursday the 20th.
Okay, that's doable.
That's the week before Thanksgiving.
Mhm. I can do the 20th as far as I can see so far.
All righty. Well, we'll just shoot for that. The 20th Thursday. All righty. Well, you need to go ship some tea, and I need to go take care of my puppy dogs. But I'm so glad we were able to get some time in today. And Chewbacca, please come back. I miss hearing all of your tales.
I know.
And I don't know if JK is still there or not.
Doctor appointment day, I'll finally have some meds again. Oh, okay. I don't know what kind of meds, but I missed you
Good.
too,
We
Shabaka.
missed you. While you weren't here, we were just about every show. Be, I wonder where Chewbacca is. Are you still knitting and
She's in pain. Okay, I think I remotely remember.
remember like a back issue, maybe, wasn't it?
Yeah, like I don't know if it's like scoliosis or something similar to that. Um,
It's getting time to wear our caps again.
oh well, I need to go to a different
Oh
country.
yeah. You
I will
won't be
have the
needing yours. You'll have to crank up the AC and just sit in your,
yeah, yeah, my $500 electricity bill.
oh dear.
Rip it,
Yeah.
you're back not for a little while. Oh, okay. Oh, well, I
You gotta
hope you.
stop doing all of those acrobats.
Yeah, I know. What are you doing? Anyway.
All right then. Well, I hope everybody has a good supermoon in Taurus. It's quiet today and just breathe and keep calm and carry on for the week and weekend.
Yeah, sounds good.
I was jumping on one foot. I don't do
Oh,
that anymore.
yeah, no more jumping.
I'm sorry though.
I don't
That's
know if I
never
can jump.
fun.
My knees are starting to give out now. I'm at that point. I can't do it. No. Well, yeah. So, yeah. I hope you feel better, Shabaka.
Yeah. Good to talk to you and good to see you. And
Mhm.
we'll catch up again here soon and navigate these choppy waters.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you.
It was nice to see you again after a little break, and
Yes.
we will see each other soon.
Yes. Take care now.
Okay. All right. Bye
Bye.
bye. All right, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.